The Minecraft overworld just got a major update. A couple weeks ago, we showed you a snapshot that changed everything you know about Minecraft forever. A total revamp of the attribute system and a way to lock onto it. Today, we show off a new data pack that changes the way you as a player interact with survival Minecraft. From the desert heat damaging you, to snowfall slowing mobs, and you down to a crawl. Armor losing its power, and special rewards for those hunting treasure. Download this data pack now for free and play with it however you like. For now though, here's how it all works. Let's start with number 1, the desert. If you didn't know, deserts are hot locations that can cause you to dehydrate. Well, now they can do that in Minecraft as well. That's because during the day, during any given Minecraft day, every minute you're in the desert, you will become 10% slower using this new attribute modification system, and your vision will go red in the corners of your screen to indicate that. You'll also want to make note that wearing metal armor will speed up this dehydration process and can do some other things as well. So right now, we've got some armor. We're going to go ahead and hold it on us for now. We're not going to put it on just yet. And as you can see right there, we saw the corners get just a little bit more red. And wearing armor will from time to time cause you to catch fire. Ooh, see? Now we're getting even slower. Now the slowness will cap at a 50% reduction in speed. At this point, you will start taking slow damage. Now this is not the slow damage. This is the fire damage. This is what happens when you wear armor. And you will continue to take this damage periodically until you have some common sense and you remove any armor that you are actively wearing. We're going to manually increase temperature, and then look, even more red, even slower. Now you can really start to see a difference in your speed. And now we're actually taking what we call this dehydration damage. This damage for moving so slow, well, that you just, I don't know, you suck or something. You start taking damage. Now, here's the thing. You can use water to save yourself from this problem. You're going to need to get your hands on some glass bottles, and more importantly, you're going to want to fill them up with water. Any water you can find. Drinking them will cause this effect to slowly go away. And as you can see, the red from the corners of the screen are slowly dissipating, and on top of that, we're moving at a fairly regular speed now. Nice and normal. That's because drinking water reduces the effect by 10%. So I would recommend next time you're traversing the desert, if you have this data pack installed, to bring some water with you. Or consider traveling at night, because the heat of the desert is only a factor during the daytime. If you were to be here in the evening, you wouldn't have to worry about the heat stroke catching you at all. It's a good thing this portal's here. I actually am going to need a sword for this next part. Well, a shovel will do. At maximum dehydration in the desert, spawning and fighting in mobs becomes an extremely difficult thing. We literally cannot even outrun this creeper, okay? He is encroaching extremely quickly. Get away! Upon leaving the desert, you'll actually begin to cool down automatically. So, needless to say, you won't need to carry water bottles with you at all times. You can cool off rather fast, which will restore your speed. For now, we move on. Ooh, to something a little bit colder. 2, snowy biomes. You wanted to cool off, but this might be a bit much. Right. Anyways, in the snowy biomes, you'll start to get cold over time. Yes, kind of in a similar manner to the desert, you will begin to move more slowly. However, as you become colder, your movement speed will decrease, but you can do things to mitigate that, such as wearing full leather. Wearing leather will make the slowness way less apparent. So as you can see right off the bat, we're now moving at normal speed once again. You're going to want to keep this on you whenever you are in snowy areas. Now also, due to the thick snow covering everything, knockback given and taken is decreased by 50%. So normally when you attack a mob, you can push them pretty far. But now that there's thick snow everywhere, as you can see here, this mob gets knocked back way less and is capable of knocking you back, for the most part, less frequently and with less power as well. It becomes extremely difficult to keep mobs away when knockback is halved. Are you frozen yet? Well, we can manually become more cold to accomplish just that. And you notice every single time I press this button, I get a little bit more slow until we hit another serious slow point. This is me just walking around at normal speed. Sprinting is slower than regular walking, it looks like. Kind of crazy. Let's go ahead and get out of here. It's starting to get freezing. To the swamp. Alright, you're out of the tundra, so now you will warm back up. Well, good to know. Here we are with number 3, the swamp. Swamps are dirty, muddy locations. It's near impossible to traverse without becoming covered in dirt. So, here's an example of that in action. We have a lovely set of diamond gear we're going to completely wear. Now, when you normally wear diamond gear, if you look down there, my armor bar is completely full, right? Wrong. It just dropped one. That's because we're covered in dirt from traversing the swamp. You can see it on these particle effects that are practically dripping off of me whenever we're in this swamp area. Well, you'll lose the ability for your armor to do quite well. In the swamp, your armor becomes less shiny, it loses its effectiveness. So yeah, be on the lookout. Being this dirty simply isn't sanitary. And due to that, you can also occasionally randomly get poisoned for being in the swamp for too long as well. So sad, Betsy. Oh, look, I smell so bad she literally left right away. Oh, yeah. Now, you'll also sometimes get hungered. Namely, you'll become poisoned with your hunger shanks, and you'll start to lose hunger because the swamp smells so bad that presumably, I don't know, you're throwing up or something. Just your imagination with me, okay? Now, as you become more and more dirty, the amount of particles falling off of you will indicate that it's time for you to take a bath. Now, look at that. Our armor points have already dropped by 2. Oh, 3! They literally just dropped right as we were talking about it. So, you're not going to want to battle any mobs when you're in the swamp. Or at the least, have some water handy for you to wipe off. We're going to become more dirty. Look at this. We have now capped out. Our armor is half as effective when we are in this swamp biome. Right, we should just go ahead and get out of here. Anyways, after having left the swamp for a period of time, you'll notice our armor points are back to normal. So we should feel a little bit less dirty. Number 4, though, the plains. You've probably noticed a little something else about this plains area as well. They're nice flat places. They're great for building and living in, right? So it makes sense then that not only is that true, but the temperature's so great and the overall landscape's perfect for travel. Well, then you got a little pep in your step, baby. And due to this, you might notice that your run speed's increased when you're in the plains. You see, it's real nice. We're moving faster. Everything's coming together. I'm ready for the marathon. But mobs also get this increased speed as well. Hostiles become sprinters. Look, moving a lot more quickly when in the plains biome. So although you've seen a benefit, so have your enemies. Use this to your advantage. You can keep areas like this mob free by placing down torches. So it's not as big a worry if you know what you're doing, baby. Such as, not using a golden shovel for a defense weapon. Alright, so number 5 today are health and hunger changes. You know, this hunger bar down by the hearts down there kind of helps you decide if you can run in game or not. Lets you know if you're going to be healing anytime soon. Well, now it gets even worse. Starving, I don't know if you realize this, not great for your health. So now if you manage to run out of hunger bar, it is very bad. We're going to get hungry right now so you can see exactly what I mean. That's because if you run out of hunger, you will now permanently lose a heart. Y'all ready for this? Check it out. Away the heart goes. We actually just lost one. We literally lost a heart. The moment your hunger bar hits 0, well, you'll lose a heart, and then you'll be replenished back up to 5 on your hunger bar. All right, we're down to 1 heart, and even healing back up to full, you don't get that heart back. This is the power of the attribute system changes that came out in this snapshot. And while this loss is permanent, we've also added a way to gain permanent hearts. What we're really after are enchanted golden apples, because when you eat enough of them, something very special happens indeed. You can find enchanted golden apples in dungeon chests. We've gotten 2 right there. You can also find them in mine shafts. And these minecart chests, they'll appear from time to time. Ooh, don't mind if I eat 3 of these. I really hate doctors. But on top of that, once you've collected 5, eating them will grant you an extra permanent heart. So, as you can see right here, 2 more, and we just got another heart on our health bar down there. And you can increase your health all the way up to a total of 20 hearts by constantly finding and eating these enchanted golden apples. To the next area, so we can show you number 6, changes to the ocean. So, first of all, swimming in the ocean can be a tiring activity. Depending on the biome, it can be extremely cold. When swimming, your max health will slowly drop as you run out of energy. This takes a long time to see happen in warm waters, but returning to land or stepping out of the water will restore them. So I'm going to go for a little bit of a swim here, and we're going to see just how long it takes to lose one of our hearts. Right now, we haven't even run out of breath yet. We could never, in theory, run out of breath, and we still may be susceptible. See, we just lost one of the hearts right there. Even though we hadn't yet run out of breath, we still had to worry about that problem. But this is much more dangerous in cold water, so that's where we're headed right now. Swimming in ice water really isn't a great idea because you're going to run out of hearts very quickly. But as you saw there, the heart loss is not permanent. So look at the difference. We're here in the cold ocean, and if you look right now, we just lost one heart, and in all likelihood, we're gonna lose 2 hearts before we even run out of breath. You gotta get yourself out of the ice water ASAP, or you're gonna be just a snack for the polar bears. Next area, so we can cover number 7. Changes to caves, aka changes to what happens when you are deep, deep down in the overworld. Now, you'd expect that being in one would possibly cause breathing to be difficult due to lack of air found underground in the caves. Oh boy. Well, that's one way down, huh? Well, I see you found a way into the cave. Hey, you got a button to boot. Not bad. Now, the air down here is fairly hard to breathe. Your attack, damage, and speed is decreased due to this. We're currently at Y equals 7 right now, and if we were to try and attack anything, we would not be as effective. We've got a sword here to show you exactly that. Anyone familiar with Minecraft combat knows right off the bat that your cooldown has been drastically decreased since you've been down here. Even with a sword, your attacks will only do half damage at this low of a Y level. Oh no, you triggered a trap in this totally legit cave. Oh my gosh. Seriously, if you guys could not blow up, that would be really useful. Oh gosh. They are, oh my, wow. They are not strong at all. We are seriously having a lot of trouble taking care of all of these creatures. Man, I might want to get some extra hearts on me real quick. Oh! Yeah, good luck taking on any sorts of creatures when you have half damage and you're much slower at attacking. You're going to want to think twice about building cave systems and houses underground. But hey, we survived. Not bad. To the next area. Set spawn point? Don't mind if I do, because this is number 8, the Badlands. Badlands is a warm biome. Gold generates here frequently. The heat isn't an issue unless you wear metal armor. So if you did have some metal armor on, you would be susceptible to, you know, problems. However, doing so will cause you to overheat like in the desert. But there is an advantage here. It's known as luck, my friends. When in the Badlands, your luck is increased by 50%. You may not see it visibly on screen with status effects, but it is in fact increased. But what exactly does it do? Well, for one, chests with loot in them now have better rewards when you have an increase in luck. So we just got a whole heap more diamonds than we normally may have without that. Also, rewards from fishing are greatly increased too. So I guess I can go fishing? Yeah, that's entertaining, sure. Well, at least it moves fairly quickly. Hopefully they bite real fast, and it looks like it. So, fishing in mesas will lead to better luck. I mean, you still get random fish sometimes, but you may also get something real fancy. In this case, we just got more fish, but you just take my word on it, okay? Number 9 is the taiga biome. Taiga is fairly cold and gives similar effects to the snowy biomes. However, the temperature is fine during the day, so you won't worry about slowdowns if you're in here in the middle of the day. At night, however, you will begin to get cold. So expect slowdowns when that happens. These buttons are so different. It's like it's night and day. Sure. Now, rain can also drop the temperature to be too cold. So we're going to enable the scoreboard so you can see exactly what's happening here. You can see how cold you are with this scoreboard. Switching it back to night, you'll notice in just a second that the cold is going to increase during the evening. Now, we can, of course, manually do that by adding the rain. And look at it slowly. And by slowly, I mean extremely quickly. Getting colder and colder and colder. We're going to go ahead and clear that for now. And we can go ahead and watch as that cold begins to dissipate. Putting the rain back on, though, you'll notice that, hey, even with rain, you can completely mitigate the effect by wearing leather armor. So don't mind if I do, as it automatically goes down to 0. So now we're going to head to the savannah. Anyways, number 10, the savannah. Savannah is a horse's favorite biome. Your horse gets a serious jump height boost when you're in the savannah biome. What's good, baby? Hop on there. Oh, I gotta tame him. He loves me. Oh, goodness. Let's check it out. Saddle. Boom. Big jump boost. I mean, that is enormous. It is so large. I love it. Oh yeah, you're gonna want horses in this area. They can jump extremely high. I mean, look at the size of this block fence that they were able to clear. Not a problem. Even more, all the way over the top of that. Yo, best. Okay, well I missed on that one. Best day of my life to be a horse racer. I was a horse racer in a past life, but I don't know if you knew that. Anyways, Epona, the one and only. We should probably move on to number 11, the Dark Forest. The Dark Oak Forest is now a bit darker. You will see, or well, look, the point is you're slower. Now, can you find the secret treasure cave hidden deep inside the forest? Well, good luck trying to. Find your way into a forest like this, and you're going to feel like you're playing a page right out of Slenderman. I can't see anything. Oh, gosh. Imagine trying to navigate this in the middle of the night without a bunch of lime wool and blocks telling you where to go. Holy moly. Well, hey, we found it. I like it. Gold nugget all over the place. Thank you so much. Don't mind if I do. Real scary. But now, the next location. We move on to number 12, the regular forest. Much better. You can, see in this one. But dogs absolutely love the forest, and your pups will get a massive stat buff here. We're going to tame some poochies. Hi, look at him. When you see the particles coming off of this pup, that means he has seen the increase in his stats. Spawn in a nice little dummy. Hi, Betsy. Now get him. Yeah. There's another one for good measure. We're gonna spawn in a more aggressive dummy this time around. Come on, buddy. Get him. Get him. Yeah, good. Wow, making quick work of this guy. What is that? 4? 5 total hits. Oh, good job, buddy. Here, have a carrot. Hey, 13 is the jungle, and my buddy's coming with me. You sit, okay? We move to the jungle because jungles are hot, humid, wet locations. Physical activities are very draining due to this. This makes your attack speed and damage lower when you're in the jungle, baby. You're gonna die. I mean, it's in a song. You know it's true. So we got a zombie that wants to hug me right here. And if you see here, with a netherite sword, we are hardly dealing any damage to this guy. 1 heart of damage for the strongest sword in game. Yeah, good luck trying to swing anything when you're this humid around the game. Yeah, I'm good. We're gonna hang out somewhere else, okay? Set a spawn point to show out number 14. Zombie reinforcement changes. This can be a major one. Every time a zombie hits, they have an increased chance to spawn in reinforcement, capped at 24%. So in the nighttime, we're going to turn on mob spawning, and then we're also going to turn on hard mode. This only occurs on hard difficulties, so that's why we've done so. This is the equivalent of being punished for not using a sword on a zombie. Punch, punch, punch. You have a chance at having backup appear to save this poor zombie for every single bit of damage that you deal to this guy. See? Here's another zombie come to save the day. It can get pretty nasty because it caps at 24%, which means every single time you punch the zombie, there's in theory a 1 in 4 chance that backup's going to appear very shortly after you land that punch. And it can cause a whole bunch of zombies to begin spawning in all over the place. You can even see it by another one having been spawned in all the way over there. You can avoid this from happening by using a sword on zombies because it kills them much faster and it decreases the chances that they'll have an opportunity to summon in their reinforcements. Just remember that. Otherwise, you're going to deal with a whole horde of zombies every time you start punching on one. And now we go to the next biome for our final feature. In the mountains. Hailstorms can occur when it starts to snow high up in the air. See, we're going to, it's snowy. It's real nice. And this hail can be quite painful, so you may want to watch your head as the sun disappears from above you because you're going to get hit by random bits of hail all over the place. However, wearing a strong helmet can keep your head nice and safe from any potential damage you may be taking. So an iron or diamond helmet should do the trick in keeping you safe from any falling hail. Also, when it's snowing, you will start to get cold as well, similar to our previous snowy biome. So I'm going to go ahead and clear all of that and be done with it. All in all, this data pack seriously changes the landscape of Minecraft and the way you might choose to build in certain areas of the game. Let us know in the comments below which of these features was your favorite or that you'd like to see added into the actual game of Minecraft. And hey, don't forget to download it for yourself. Download's in the description. We'll see you later.